Hello, and welcome to today's podcast. Today we're continuing our energetic journey, and we're looking at the sacral chakra. Let's not forget that the little emotions are the great captains of our lives, and we obey them without realizing it. That's a quote from Vincent van Gogh. The chakra's color is orange. Its location is the upper part of the sacrum below the navel. Its purpose is emotional connection. The spiritual lesson here is one of creativity, joy, enthusiasm, honoring relationships, and learning to let go. Physical dysfunctions that may show up are lower back pain, OBGYN problems, pelvic pain, libido, urinary problems. The nerve plexus associated is the sacral, and the mental emotional issues that come forward, blame, guilt, sexuality, emotional stability, intimacy, those types of issues. Information stored inside the sacral chakra, duality, magnetism, controlling patterns, emotional feelings such as joy, anger, fear. Area of the body that's governed here is kidneys, ovaries, testes, bladder, sacrum, hips. Again, a reminder note that depending on the authority you are reading or listening to, the endocrine glands and sexual organs for the first and second chakras may be reversed. This is only my interpretation, and it will depend on who you are referencing and to what association they give it. A closer look at the physical dysfunctions associated with the sacral chakra can give you clues about the underlying causes of disease or dis-ease. The lower back is responsible for carrying the weight and burden of physical existence. Are you carrying a burden that could be shared? Is it possible for you to ask someone for help? Other times it may be expressing a belief that you are holding. So here's a tip-off. Do you believe that you can support yourself? Are you feeling isolated, insecure, and that you must go it alone? Or have you taken on too much and are putting extra pressure on yourself? Reproductive organs connect to feelings about sexuality, childhood, trauma, worthlessness, gender confusion, and guilt and shame about sexual experiences, and also fears concerning parenthood. Male-specific issues can be linked to feelings of inadequacy, helplessness, not feeling able to cope or measure up to society's expectations, while female-specific issues can be linked to the shift of role from the old traditional role where women had little control over reproduction and independence to the modern role of women today. With this shift of roles has come another issue, one of balance. Women may experience conflicts around whether or not to have children, as well as taking a dominant role in intimate relationships, feeling inferior to men, or guilt and shame around past abuse. The kidneys are connected to balance and issues of being out of balance in an intimate relationship or out of balance with the male-female aspects of self. They are also tied to issues about release and letting go of negative or insecure feelings. The kidneys are affected by feelings of fear, unexpressed grief, and of loss. Here's another tip-off. Are you balanced? Do you need to release emotion? do you keep your feelings bottled up? Are you repressing anger, guilt, or resentment? The bladder has the ability to easily adapt. It relates to your ability to adapt to new circumstances and situations. Are you stuck? Have you been able to let go of the past? The hips and pelvis give you stability. The actions in this body region are associated with security, survival, communication, and relationships. A potential issue for the hips is unwanted weight gain. This can be linked to an unconscious desire to distance yourself from sexual intimacy. Hidden memories and repressed feelings may also be linked here. Stiffness and pain can indicate that you are resisting change and that you can become immobile. Trust and intimacy issues are also linked to this area. Here's another tip-off. Do you feel supported? Are you feeling anxious or afraid? If change is occurring or you are concerned about how that change will affect you and your personal identity, are you afraid to let someone get too close to you? Do you want to end a relationship and travel in another direction? So, some sacral chakra exercises. This would be exercises such as pelvic thrust and circular pelvis movements and dance. The yogic practice of breath control is a wonderful exercise that will help in times of anxiety. So try some yoga breathing to help you release anxiety and fear. The sacral chakra is physically located below the navel and is influenced by the element of water. This is fitting because as the tide rolls in and out in fluid movements, so does emotions. The theme of this chakra is the right to feel. This is your center for creation, and what you create is tied to what you feel and believe. Your feelings about abundance, prosperity, and sexuality influences the reality you create. These feelings, along with your sense of well-being, determine the boundaries you set and how you perceive the world, because what you are feeling is so powerful in how and what you create. You need to closely examine why you are experiencing a particular emotion and what belief that might reflect. Feelings are a good thermostat to help you understand your belief system. Pay close attention to the attitudes around deserving. What ruler do you use to determine what others deserve and what you deserve? Do you feel the need to earn love? What must you do in order to feel the right to receive love? The archetypes for this chakra are the martyr and the empress or emperor. The martyr is stuck in suffering and the belief that sacrifice is necessary. Feeling a limited sense of control, the martyr gives up its power. When this happens, the martyr also releases the right and responsibility for its own well-being. Relying on others for approval, the internal compass is lost and it is unable now to enjoy life. Energy depletion is common. Negative attitudes and resentments which lead to feelings of isolation. Feeling that its own happiness is not as important as others. It relinquishes its right to happiness and fulfillment in order to provide others with stability and balance. The martyr lives an incomplete and unfulfilled life, feeling it must suffer. Issues of hopelessness, depression, anger, and guilt will manifest. The martyr judges and jails itself, imposing the suffering it feels it deserves. The martyr blocks out its life force energy and develops codependent relationships. Social attitudes help to enable the martyr. Sacrifice is seen as a virtue in many cultures, and acknowledgement of how much they give up for others is for the martyr a reward. So whether it's done for approval or from his desire to be loved and accepted, the result is disempowerment. It is also a pattern of behavior that may be passed down to children. Manipulation can also be a theme of the martyr, because it has sacrificed. It wishes others to do so as well. This in turn helps the martyr feel in control and that its pattern of behavior is correct, while what is happening is further devaluation. The first step out of this role is to acknowledge that it is your right to be happy. You deserve and have the right to make choices that support you. You have the responsibility to embrace life, learning, and growing as you journey through. Experiencing the life you created, you are able to release the need to rescue and fix other people. Here's a tip for recognizing martyr. Do you feel it is better to give than receive? Do you feel you are just as worthy to receive good things, such as happiness and love? The emperor or empress embraces life, knows it deserves happiness, fulfillment, love, and well-being. It allows the experiences of joy and pleasure and receives these with ease. Overindulgence is not a problem as long as there is self-awareness and a sense of proportion. The emperor-empress is content to let life unfold, open to receiving the bounty and goodness of the world. It enjoys life, loves well, and has a firm sense of well-being. It accepts abundance, success, and prosperity, and receives it in comfort, ease, and grace. Everything thrives in its energy field. The emperor-empress is big-hearted, generous, and believes there will always be enough to go around. It appreciates the comforts of home, the beauty of nature, the pleasure and companionship, and worldly delights. Balance and expression of emotions are key to this chakra. Your existence is limited in this life. Your value is not determined by your possessions or by the job you hold. Your ability to experience life with joy and to create a full, happy life is related to your sense of self-approval. Your identity is determined by your spiritual awareness, your beliefs, and how you respond and relate to others. It is easy in today's culture to become confused and ungrounded and accept the myth that possessions, money, and social status reflect who you are. Some grounding tips for this chakra would be dancing, artistic creation, expression of feelings, and of course, sex. With our feelings and emotions, we experience ourselves in this world. They are the driving force, the power of life. Without feelings and emotions, we would be like robots. Feelings and emotions give our life meaning. Guided meditations are a great way to get in touch with feelings and emotions. Find a quiet place to relax. Practice breathing and relaxing exercises. Complement this meditation with soft spiritual music of choice. Read through this guided meditation while in this position. Imagine and visualize that you have entered a white sandy beach. The grains of sand are glistening. Hear and listen to the waves of the ocean. Bring more awareness with these feelings. Increase and bring more clarity into the visualization. Sharpen this image. Add your details. Really deeply experience it. Hold this image and all feelings for a few moments. Feel the warm sand beneath your feet. The grains are soft and caressing. Slowly walk along the beach. Lift your face to the sky and inhale. Can you taste the salty water? Give it a try. Notice the colors of the sky. Choose what colors you want the sky to be. Colors bring feelings. Feelings are emotions. Feel the warmth on your skin. Hold this image and all feelings for a few moments. There's a seashell laying on the beach. Pick it up. Put it to your ear. Hear and feel the sounds. Yes, you are experiencing sound. Sound does have feeling. Sounds can even emote colors. Touch the outside of the seashell. Feel its grooves and textures. Feel the ridges and corners. Hold this image in all feelings for a few moments. Lay the seashell down gently on the beach. Imagine and visualize there is a vast and feeling ocean in front of you. Walk towards the water. Feel the coolness and silkiness of the water. Move your hand and feet around. Dip your hands into the water. Cup your hands and gather the water. Pour some of this cool water across your warm face. Hold this image and all feelings for a few moments. Thank you for joining me today, and I hope you've enjoyed our journey into the sacral chakra. If you'd like to read or learn more, please do visit my site,